Alrighty guys, I guess this is just going to be a quick overview of pretty much everything wire. Just going to run down the list, I suppose. Guess we should probably start with wire control, because this is where you're going to be doing a lot of stuff. CPU, that's probably something we might touch on a bit later. Expression 2 is going to be most definitely be something we touch on later. I fucking love E2. There's the gates. Everyone's gonna use these sometimes or another. It's bound to happen. They're handy. They're pretty much wire in itself. Um, Data is just something like CD disks, RAIs. There's just something that are fun to mess around with. You can write onto the CDs with the RAIs, key cards, all of it. It's fun to mess around with. Make some pretty interesting security doors with CDs and keypads and whatnot. Wire detection, also, it's for picking out specific entities, getting vectors, angles, high-speed microphone. There's a lot about just detecting various things in the world, like rangers are something you're going to be working with a lot. Display, 7-segment displays, kind of like a digital clock almost. There's HUD indicators, which just draw messages onto your screen and whatnot. Oscilloscopes, they're just a screen that draw based on X and Y inputs that you give them. EGP is an expansion of Expression 2. It lets you just draw stuff to a screen. Also very handy. Text screens you're going to be messing around with if you use chips a lot. Sound emitters, good for alarm systems, for sure. In the render section, there's color, just for coloring specific entities. Emitters, hollows. I would recommend if you do anything with hollows, use E2 to do it. I just don't have the patience to code, or not code, actually chip out, I suppose, shit with E2s. But, I mean, you can do it. Input output is also, you're going to be using that constantly. Buttons, turning stuff on and off. Numpad inputs and outputs, you're going to mess around with those quite a bit. Radios, kind of nice, fun to mess around with. Wired keyboards and numpads, also some pretty interesting stuff. Wire physics is pretty much normal tools, just controlled with wire. You're going to have to look through this one. It is everything you need in there to do anything wire, mechanical, I suppose. Anything that's smart and mechanical. And then RFID, you can actually implant information into entities and then scan it, almost like, say, a dog tag. Yeah, hella handy. Well, I wouldn't say it's something you're going to be using a lot, but a lot of this stuff sound like a dark RP server. I know that's probably why a majority of you are watching tutorials. You want to be able to do cool stuff with wire. Kind of nice to mess around with. And of course, just your basic tools, namers, wire advanced. I guess that's just this quick overview for now. I'll catch you guys later. We'll get in depth with some more stuff. Oh god, terrorists.